In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. Dear friends, how are you? You might have heard it from the people saying that if I do have this much of money, I shall be doing so many of the good things. Are these few of the important and the good things for the society and for the people? And then there are people who are found saying and thinking that even only if only I get a place like that one, if only I get an office like that one, an honor like that one, a position like that one, so in that case I shall be able to do this thing and I shall be able to do that thing as well. I shall be able to do so many and so many of the good things. This is something what we have been listening, what we have been hearing from the other people, and maybe we ourselves too are having a kind of opinion like this one, my dear friends. Now, is it true or is it not true? I think this can be judged very now, and this can be judged really very now, and really and very now. How can we judge it? There is a very simple methodology to check it whether it is true or not, my dear friend. How can we check it? Now let me say that there are several things, there are plenty of things which we can do without having even the bigger resources. We can do that, and without having the big chunk of money we can do that. We can do that also without catching any important office in the society, without being a public office holder. We can do certain things for the sake of we ourselves, for the sake of our loved ones, for the sake of the society. There are things like this one, we can do that. Now the question is that are we doing those things for the betterment of we ourselves or for the betterment of our society? The answer will be that it's not the case, unfortunately, and we are unable to do that. Why aren't we doing that? Now I think that as for that claim of ours, that if at all I do have the money, I do have a big chunk of money, I do have the millions of dollars, if at all I do hold an important public office, I will be doing this thing. I think that has been proven absolutely wrong, because my dear friends, and if at all we start thinking on these lines, that what I can do with the present sort of resources with me, and not better than that. If at all there are definitely there are certain things which can be done with these limited resources without a big chunk of money. There are enough number of things which can also be done without holding an important public office, without holding any public office. There are certain things which can be done very now. Now the big question is, maybe it is $1 million question, that are we doing that? Are we striving and struggling to do and to accomplish those things? The plain and the simple answer will be that I am not, unfortunately, doing any of those things. Obviously everything else cannot be done, but if at all we are sincere enough, if at all we are committed enough, we can do certain things, like three things, like two things, like the one thing. I think that we need to do certain things. I think that we need to do several things. I think that we need to do two or the three things which can be done without much of the money, without any sort of public office. So why aren't we doing that? I think that our claim that I shall be doing so many of the good things for the society, if I do have a big chunk of money, if I do have any public office, I think that claim of ours and that claim of those people is absolutely wrong, and there is not even an iota of truth in it, my dear friend. Now there is another thing, and that is that all the people who were unable to do a kind of, to launch a kind of program for the betterment of themselves, and for the betterment for of the rest of the society, for the betterment of the other people. I think we can launch, we can launch several things, we can carry on several things without diverting our attention from our own welfare. I think if at all we people start doing this thing, I think that then we will be a truthful, and it will be rightfully expected of us that if at all we do have the big money, if at all we do have the big chunk of, if at all we do have the public office, we will be able to do that in a much better way, because we have been doing it when we were having nothing, when we were having very little. Even during those times, we have been doing whatever we could do for the welfare of we ourselves, for the welfare of our loved ones, and for the welfare of the needy people in the society. It is as simple as this one. There is little or no complication involved in it, and I think if at all a kind of thinking, a kind of attitude like this one is adopted by most of the people here in our society, I think that the country will get revolutionized, and we will become a totally different sort of people, a totally different sort of nation. And I shall even for those people who are not contributing anything else for the society, but they have made just one commitment with themselves and with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with their own conscience, with the society, that they will not become a part of the problem, rather they will try to do a part of the solution, that they will not be creating the troubles and the problems for the other people, rather they will try to create the good thing. I think this is something which an ideal person should have been doing, and having adopted an approach like this one, a mindset like this one, let me assure you that the country will stop developing, that the society will start developing at a faster pace, and we will be an absolutely and totally different sort of nation. It is as simple as this one. No complication in it at all. No rocket science here at all. This is all. It is as simple as this one.